Have you ever dreamt of ants? Ants are very common pests present in our house, garden, and in any surrounding areas. Mostly, we find these various species of ants in colonies. Most of us probably haven't thought of any particular symbolic meaning of ants. However, several dreamers are interested in knowing whether dreams about ants have any symbolic interpretations. That's why we present you with useful and genuine information on dreams about ants. What does it mean to dream about ants? Sigmund Freud had a belief that ants denote the ethics of your work. Dreaming of ants may relate to your work situation. This dream may also represent your annoyance and feeling of irritation over minor things in your life, and is reflected in your dream about ants. Ants are also a symbol of persistence, hard work, productivity, and diligence. Dreams about ants may reveal your traits. In other cases, it may indicate your feelings of disgust towards a person or issue. Several dream interpreters think that ants could symbolize cooperation. For instance, the dream might indicate your relationship with your colleagues. What do ants symbolize in the Bible? As small insects, ants have the capability of joining forces and working together to make their homes. The biblical interpretation says that these traits can teach a lesson to humanity. We must work together if we want to build anything. In the Bible, the interpretation of ants is indicative of two different things. Some ants are found feeding off the flesh of animals, others only of vegetables. The second ones indicate Solomon, reflecting the positive aspects. We have to behave like them. Spiritual meaning of ants. Spiritually, ants symbolize diligence, strength, honesty, willpower, stamina, loyalty, and sacrifice. Although ants are very small-sized insects, they're incredibly strong and determined as a spirit animal. They remind us that we're unable to achieve anything without effort. Are ants a sign of good luck? In some cultures, the belief exists that the presence of ants in a house is a sign of good luck. However, some dream interpreters say that dreaming of ants inside a house is a negative symbol, and, if you've encountered this dream, you should not make any investments. Dream about an anthill. If you've dreamt about an anthill getting destroyed, it may be a sign of a recent or upcoming failure. If you found the anthill was very close to you, it may indicate your fear of managing a large venture. Dream about ants moving or working. The ants in your dream may be at work, which is a sign that you should deal with an important task. However, to do that task you must look to others for help. However, a dream about working ants may also signify your desire to achieve something bigger. Dream about flying ants. Flying ants in your dream are the symbolic representation of your desire to escape your everyday routine. If these ants are flying toward you, it may indicate your annoyance with the minor things in life. Dream about an ant sitting on a flower. This dream signifies a transformation in your future life. You may now be striving towards a better perspective on things in your life. Dream about ants in food. A dream about ants in your food indicates feelings of disgust, as ants are dirty creatures. Equally, in the case of the business world, this dream may indicate that one of your competitors has thought of taking away your business. To some interpreters, the dream may denote a lack of fulfillment. You may feel disgusted over the way in which you're running your business. Dream about an ant's colony covering your body. A dream about ants crawling over your body has negative connotations. To most dreamers, this dream indicates that the people surrounding them are taking advantage or gaining their attention. They can become a prey to these people, and they need to identify these persons in their real life. Dream about eating ants. In many countries, ants are a form of cuisine. However, dreams about eating ants have different interpretations. It may indicate your desire to reduce your workload. Eating ants in your dream also denotes the loss of a friendship due to your attitude. It may indicate relationship problems with those close to you. To avoid these things in your real life, you may need to strengthen your communication with your relatives, friends, and loved ones. Dream about killing ants. You must identify your method of killing ants in your dream, as it could give you hints on the right way to manage your everyday issues. Question yourself: did I use my finger to kill ants in dream? Did I apply pesticides? The answer to your question will be helpful for the interpretation of your dream. Dream about ants biting you. This dream doesn't have any positive signs. It likely denotes errors in your work. If the ants in your dream bite your feet, you may have the chance to delay your work. Dream about ants of various colors. It's a positive sign to dream of black ants. These ants symbolize cooperation, community work, determination, and effort to achieve success. However, red ants are risky to us, and dreaming of them indicates aggression, mistrust, and violence. In conclusion, some may think that ants are the symbols of abundance and wealth, but this is a misconception. Ants convey the message of necessities and, from this viewpoint, indicate self-sacrifice and determination as essential in reaching your target. These pests are also a sign of collaboration and cooperation. That being said, those with a fear of ants regard them as symbolic of a risk to the health.